Evander, you're known for giving back to the community and known for having verses on your shorts. Philippians 4:13 is one of your favorites. What verses do you share with kids that are having a tough life and trying to find direction? What do you tell them?
Well, I guess the most important thing is that the verse that brought me into understanding who God was with John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, who shall believe in will not perish but have everlasting life. Even with that scripture there allowed me to get an extra piece of candy because when we was in 6, 7, 8 years old, whoever can recite that verse got an extra piece of peanut butter brittle. And so, it's amazing how, saying that, but you can say it, but when you start believing, so like that. So I was a believer and I wanted to be successful and I was told that I wouldn't be successful. That made it even more that I want to be successful. My mother said, don't let nobody determine your destination, determine your own. So, and not me being the youngest of 9, and my goal as a kid, I want to be better than my brothers and sisters because they beat me at everything. And, I had a hunger that was there.
Right. Do you see that same lacking today in some children that are in sports, that they need some sort of direction like what you had growing up?
Of course, we all need direction. The fact of the matter is, I think about how fortunate I was that, my mother had a heart attack when I was a kid. So she was there to raise me that way and was home every day with me. Now, my other brother and sister, she didn't have a heart attack. She was gone. So the difference is that I understand what love is and I understand what money is. You get more out of love than money.
Yes. Did you have some mentors when you were growing up that really gave you, great direction in boxing and life in general besides your mom?
Of course. My mother put me in position to be able to receive from the mentors because, my mother told me a good attitude carry a lot more than talent. Because I have a good attitude, I got more opportunity. As long as the opportunity comes, your chance of winning will always be great.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks again. Happy birthday.